It's been Cato Meridian's pleasure to work with CiTi BOCES Audiology Department. We have found them to be an invaluable resource for our teachers and our parents and all their staff members who support our children as well. They do a wonderful job at explaining the child's areas of need, but also support teachers in terms of addressing those areas of need. They do a wonderful job of explaining equipment, the purpose of equipment, and also troubleshooting equipment. And we found for parents in particular, it can be very concerning when your child is recommended for a assistive technology device, and they do a great job at allaying parents' fears, but also explaining to them how this can help change their child's experience within the classroom. They are also a wonderful resource for our parents when they are working with teachers around supporting kids' needs within the classroom setting.
CiTi BOCES audiologists are experts in the field, and the information they provide to CSEs, to administrators, and then to families for students is invaluable and instrumental in creating opportunities for students to access their education in better ways. And I can't imagine not having that information in our region. For years we didn't have that level of information, and we found it to be so helpful. So it's been great, it's been awesome. Prior to the CiTi BOCES ERV, a sweet looking RV by the way folks, prior to that, regionally, families either needed to have insurance that would cover evaluations, audiology evaluations, or potentially not even get them done. So they're providing now something with the ERV, access that's sooner, and access for all when access might not even have been there. And then information that's, again, as I mentioned previously, so helpful in establishing a more comprehensive picture of the student, and thus helping the student be able to access his or her education.
The unit was really informational. We got to see where they did the testing and how they did the testing, and they showed us the little camera that goes in the ear, and that was pretty cool. We've been talking about how hearing is the last sense to lose, and it makes sense why it's the last sense to lose now, because it's so complex, and it's a lot more complex than you may think.
About 5 years ago, I woke up one morning, I didn't have hearing in my right ear, and it actually took me most of the day to realize that I didn't have hearing. I thought my sinuses were off, whatever. And then I finally went for a real hearing test, and I had some sort of infection and they took it away. But now I get it screened on a somewhat regular basis, and I have like a 20% hearing loss, but that's a whole nother issue in life. But I would love to be the first person to have a hearing test. You know, more and more. Unfortunately, what the State Fair always gets is all the advertising and the bad food and the deep fried food and all of that. So we're known as an unhealthy function, but we really have tried to improve and outreach. And we have vegan options, we have kosher options, we have healthy options. And this year in 2019 we're going to do a fit and wellness day. And having the BOCES Audiology as part of that is just absolutely fantastic. And it's one more highlight that we can bring fairgoers to the fair, which is our hope. But also it gets people attuned to starting to thinking about their overall health, and that's important because you can enjoy the corn dog and the deep fried hamburger, but you also have to think about the rest of it, whether it's hearing, whether it's health, whether it's heart, and we have all that here now, and you basically probably come close to getting a physical at the New York State Fair these days.
I can't imagine not having the CiTi BOCES component district cross-contract connection that we have. The service has been fantastic for our region, and the audiologists themselves are awesome experts. So, thank you.